Alright. About a year ago, in front of the mayor of Anaheim, Tom Tate, a group, his council members, and a group divided between supporters of Trump and people against Trump, I was giving a speech where I briefly talked about many topics related to illegal immigration. Today, I want to specifically talk about one of the topics I talked about a year ago, which is the U.S. economy and its relationship to illegal immigration. My claim is illegal immigration has helped the United States economy. I will justify my claim by first proving illegal immigrants help fund government programs. I will then explain how companies depend on illegal immigrant labor, and I will lastly discuss about illegal immigrants helping increase the supply and demand of products in the U.S. So, illegal immigrants help fund government programs. In 2016, Now McCarthy, a statistical data journalist for Forbes, explained data ran by Statista, where they claimed illegal immigrants contributed to $1.1 billion in state and local income taxes. These state and local income taxes collected from illegal immigrants help fund many of the programs ran through the states and cities across the U.S. For example, education and recreational programs. The Social Security Administration reported in 2010 that $13 billion in Medicare and Social Security taxes were collected from illegal immigrants, and only $1 billion of those $13 billion were used to benefit illegal immigrants. So the U.S. Budget gained $12 billion from illegal immigrants. But illegal immigrants don't only help the government; they also help many companies across the United States. Many companies depend on illegal immigration labor to continue business. Heavily unwanted jobs are usually taken by illegal immigrants. For example, harvesting crops. In 2010, the Southwest Farm Press reported that Georgia lost $340 million and more than 3,000 jobs after the Illegal Immigration Reform and Enforcement Act of 2011. Although Governor Dean said it will create 11,000 jobs, it was proven to be false because in Georgia the unemployment rate was 9.6 before the bill was passed, and after the harvest season it remained at 9.6, but only 40% of Georgia's crops were left in the field because illegal immigrants weren't there to harvest it. Illegal immigrants also tend to get paid lower wages. In 2006, the Congressional Budget Office said an agency ran by the Senate to report finances said that American-born workers with a GED, American male-born workers with a GED were paid an average of $749 a week, while foreign-born workers with a GED were paid $600 a week, an average of $600. So that's already $149 under an average for illegal immigrants. That with lower wages, businesses can drop their cost of the products and are able to continue to sell. But illegal immigrants don't only produce products, they also consume products. So illegal immigrants increase the supply and demand of products in the United States. Most employers do not offer 401k retirement plans for illegal immigrants. Therefore, they never properly invest in their retirement. Rather, they spend most of their money throughout the year. In 2012, Fox News reported that the Institute of Taxation and Economic Policy said illegal immigrants paid $7 billion in sales and luxury taxes in 2012. A demand for products from illegal immigrants created thousands of jobs across the U.S. Today I didn't come to tell you to say yes or no to a policy on illegal immigration. I just wanted to inform you through government programs, companies in the U.S., and the increase in supply and demand of products in the U.S. that illegal immigrants do in fact help the U.S. economy. Thank you.
All right, Benjamin, a very clear proposition, a very solid outline of where you're headed during the speech. There's a good preview. The subject's obviously controversial. In the body of the speech, everything is organized pretty well. I do think that you need to have a little bit more information for on-balance issues because there are costs involved in illegal immigration that are not accounted for when you are balancing them against the income or the taxes that are generated, for example. And that, I would imagine, would be the main point that the respondent's going to be dealing with, and it probably would be a good idea to maybe preemptively respond to a little bit of that. If there was some on-balance information that says that they bring in more. The closest that you got to it was on the Social Security stuff, where they only got $1 billion back out of the $13 billion that they pay in. But on the other piece of information, we didn't get any comparative data like that. And so I think that that's what you need there. On the jobs issue, the information that you had is primarily based on the Georgia experience, and you need to give us a little bit more context on that, what that policy was. And the sources on that information are not cited. I don't doubt that what you're saying is accurate, but you do want to make sure that you cite, it sounds like for the most part, factual data, and there's a statistic about employment levels as well. So that's not too hard to cite that. I know you got it from someplace. Just make sure that you are consistent about those kinds of things. At the end, I thought you had a good summary. You do want to be careful about suggesting that you just want to inform us about something. You are supposed to be making an argument, and I think that you did make an argument, but then at the end you kind of make it sound like, well, I don't want it to sound like an argument. You want to be careful about that. You want to say, look, my position is not to talk about what policy we should put into place now, but there is a dispute about whether or not there is an economic benefit from illegal immigration, and I pretty clearly believe that there is a benefit from that for those reasons that I gave. And you're doing a good job there. Just like I said, minor wording issues that you need to be careful about. All right, thank you.